A phone call. That is all it took. A single phone call destroyed everything that 67-year-old Margaret from Arizona had spent her entire life building. Margaret was a retired schoolteacher. She had worked for 35 years. She had saved carefully. She had done everything right. And on one quiet Thursday morning, her phone rang. The voice on the other end was serious, professional, frightening. "Mrs. Margaret, this is Agent Scott Williams calling from the Internal Revenue Service Criminal Investigation Division. Ma'am, there is a federal warrant being processed in your name right now for unpaid taxes. If you do not resolve this immediately, officers will be at your door within the hour to place you under arrest." Margaret's heart stopped. She was terrified. She was confused. She did not want to go to jail. She did not want her children to find out. So she did exactly what Agent Scott Williams told her to do. She went to the store. She bought gift cards. She stayed on the phone the entire time. She read out every single card number. By the end of that phone call, Margaret had lost $9,000. Her entire emergency savings, gone in less than 90 minutes. And here is what will absolutely shock you. The IRS had never called Margaret a single time. There was no Agent Scott Williams. There was no warrant. There was no criminal investigation. There was nothing. It was all a lie, every single word of it. Now look at this. According to the Federal Trade Commission, Americans lost a staggering $10 billion to scams in 2023 alone. You heard it absolutely right, $10 billion. And the IRS itself has confirmed that imposter scams, criminals pretending to be IRS agents, are among the most reported and most devastating frauds targeting Americans today. The IRS Criminal Investigation Division reported thousands of victims losing hundreds of millions of dollars every single year to these phone calls, these emails, and these fake notices. And right now, in 2026, things are changing very quickly. You need to understand that scammers are getting smarter, they are getting bolder, and they are using one very specific thing to find their next victim. They are using the excitement and the desperation around the $2,000 stimulus check conversation to target millions of Americans who are already struggling, Americans who are already watching their grocery bills go up, Americans who are already desperate for relief. And these scammers know exactly who to call. A number of people have already fallen for it, and the reason is simple, because most Americans do not know the 10 things that the IRS will absolutely never do, and scammers are counting on you not knowing. Well, not anymore, because the details I am about to share with you in this video will shock you, and more importantly, they will protect you. They will protect your parents. They will protect your grandparents. They will protect every person you love from ever losing a single dollar to these criminals. But before I get into all of it, all I need is just a little favor from you. It takes 2 seconds. Please hit that like button on this video right now, because this information needs to reach every American who owns a phone. Let's get it out there together. So without any further delay, let's get straight into the details right away.
So now you need to ask yourself one very important question. Who exactly are these scammers going after? And the answer will shock you, because it is not random, not even close. These criminals are strategic, they are calculated, and they have a very specific list of Americans they are hunting for right now. First, they are targeting seniors. You heard it absolutely right. Older Americans are the #1 target. Why? Because scammers know that seniors are more likely to answer the phone. They are more likely to trust an official-sounding voice, and they are more likely to have retirement savings that can be stolen in a single phone call. The FBI has confirmed that Americans over the age of 60 lose more money to fraud than any other age group in the country. Second, they are targeting immigrants. This is something a number of people do not talk about. Scammers specifically call immigrants and threaten them with deportation if they do not pay fake tax debts immediately. They use fear, they use confusion about the American legal system, and it works. Third, they are targeting low-income families, people who are struggling, people who are watching food prices go up by nearly 20%, people who can barely put 3 meals a day on the table for themselves and their loved ones. These are the people scammers are going after because desperation makes people vulnerable. And fourth, right now, in 2026, they are targeting every single American who is waiting and hoping for that $2,000 stimulus check from President Donald J. Trump. You need to understand this. Scammers are using the buzz around these checks to make their lies more believable. They are calling people and saying things like, your $2,000 stimulus payment is ready, but first you need to verify your identity and pay a small processing fee. And a number of Americans are falling for it because they want that check to be real. They need that check to be real. That is exactly what scammers are counting on. Look at this. The IRS has officially warned Americans that no government agency will ever call you asking for a fee to release your stimulus payment. Ever. That is not how it works. That has never been how it works. But here's the thing. Knowing who they target is only the beginning. What you really need to know, what scammers are desperately hoping you never find out, are the 10 red flags that give them away every single time. And that is exactly what we're getting into right now. Your phone rings. An official-sounding voice tells you that you owe back taxes and that legal action is coming. Here's what you need to understand. The real IRS will never, and I mean never, call you out of nowhere as its first point of contact. You heard it absolutely right. The IRS always sends a written notice through the United States Postal Service first. Always. If your very first contact is a phone call, that is a scam. Hang up immediately. Red flag number 2, the threatening voicemail. A number of Americans have picked up their phones to find a voicemail waiting for them, and the message sounds something like this. This is your final notice from the IRS. A lawsuit has been filed against you. Call us back immediately or face arrest. Look at this. The real IRS does not leave threatening voicemails. The real IRS does not threaten arrest over a voicemail. The real IRS does not tell you that a lawsuit has been filed against you through a recorded message on your phone. If you receive a voicemail like this, do not call that number back, not even once, because the moment you call back, the scam begins. Red flag number 3, the fake email. Things are changing very quickly when it comes to how scammers are reaching Americans. They are now sending emails that look incredibly official. They use IRS logos. They use government language. They include links asking you to verify your social security number or your banking information to receive your stimulus payment. Here's what you need to understand. The real IRS does not initiate contact with taxpayers by email, ever. The only official IRS website in existence is irs.gov. If an email is asking you to click a link and enter your personal information, that is a scam. Delete it immediately. Now, maybe you're sitting there thinking, well, these red flags seem obvious, but you need to understand that a number of incredibly smart, educated Americans have fallen for every single one of these tactics because scammers are professionals. This is their full-time job, and it only gets more alarming from here because the next 3 red flags are about something far more dangerous: the psychological pressure tactics scammers use to make sure you never stop and think clearly.
So we have talked about how scammers reach you. We have talked about how they get inside your head. But now we are getting to the part that every single American needs to hear. Because these next 3 red flags are the ones that give scammers away completely. These are the moments where the mask falls off entirely. And yet, a number of Americans miss them every single time. Because by this point in the phone call, they are already terrified. They are already desperate. And all they want is for the nightmare to be over. So let's get into it right away. Red flag number 7. Gift cards. This is the #1 payment method used by IRS scammers across America right now. You heard it absolutely right. Gift cards. The scammer will tell you to go to your nearest store, Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, and purchase gift cards to pay your tax debt. They will stay on the phone with you the entire time. They will tell you to buy Google Play cards, Apple iTunes cards, Amazon gift cards, and then read the numbers out loud over the phone. Look at this. The real IRS will never, under any circumstances, ask you to pay a tax bill with a gift card. Not once, not ever. In the entire history of the Internal Revenue Service, gift cards have never been an accepted form of tax payment. If anyone asks you to pay the IRS with a gift card, that is a scammer. Hang up immediately. Red flag number 8. Wire transfers. The second payment method scammers demand is an immediate wire transfer directly to a private account. They will give you specific banking details. They will create a sense of urgency so that you transfer the money before anyone can stop it. Here is what you need to understand. Wire transfers to private individuals or private accounts are irreversible. The moment that money leaves your account, it is gone forever. Just like Margaret's $9,000. The real IRS has one official payment system. It is called IRS Direct Pay. It is available at irs.gov. That is the only place the real IRS will ever direct you to make a payment. Red flag number 9. Cryptocurrency. Things are changing very quickly in the world of scams, and cryptocurrency is now being used by scammers at an alarming rate. They will ask you to purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, any digital currency and transfer it immediately. You need to understand that the real IRS does not accept cryptocurrency as payment for tax debts. Not today, not ever. Anyone demanding crypto payment while claiming to be from the IRS is a criminal. Period. The real IRS accepts payments only through official, documented, traceable channels, always. And yet, the most dangerous trap of all is still ahead. Because red flag number 10 is the one scammers have perfected most carefully. And it is waiting for you online right now.
So we have made it to the 10th and final red flag, and I have saved this one for last because it is perhaps the most dangerous one of all. Because this trap does not come to you over the phone. It does not leave you a threatening voicemail. It does not pressure you in real time. This trap sits quietly on the internet, waiting. And every single day, ordinary Americans walk right into it without making a single sound. Red flag number 10, the fake IRS website. Here is how it works. You receive an email or a text message, or you see a link shared on social media. It tells you that your $2,000 stimulus payment is ready to be claimed. All you need to do is click the link and verify your information. So you click it, and what you see looks completely legitimate. It has the IRS logo, it has official government colors, it has professional language. It looks, for all the world, exactly like the real IRS website. But it is not. And the moment you type in your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth, or your banking information, that data goes directly to a criminal. You heard it absolutely right. Everything you entered is now in the hands of someone who will use it to steal your identity, drain your bank account, and file fraudulent tax returns in your name, sometimes for years before you even realize what happened. Now, look at this. The only real IRS website in existence is irs.gov. That is it. No dashes, no extra words, no .net or .org or .com. It is irs.gov and nothing else. Before you click any link that claims to be from the IRS, stop. Open a brand new browser window. Type irs.gov yourself. That is the only safe way to access anything related to your taxes online. And here is something very important. If you have already entered your personal information on a website that you now believe was fake, you need to act immediately. First, go to identitytheft.gov. That is the official Federal Trade Commission website for identity theft victims. Second, place a fraud alert on your credit report by contacting any one of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. Third, report what happened directly to the IRS at irs.gov/phishing.
A number of Americans make the mistake of feeling embarrassed and doing nothing. Please do not make that mistake. The faster you act, the better your chances of protecting yourself. Because here is what you need to understand. These scammers are professionals. They have been doing this for years. Falling for their trap does not mean you are foolish. It means they are dangerous. But now, you know all 10 red flags, and that means they will never catch you off guard again. So now you know all 10 red flags. But knowing is only half the battle, because right now, today, there are actions you can take to protect yourself, protect your family, and protect every person you love from these criminals. And I'm going to give them to you right now, simply and clearly. So let's get straight into it. Step 1. Verify before you panic. If you receive any communication claiming to be from the IRS, a phone call, an email, a letter, a text message, stop. Do not respond. Do not click anything. Do not call any number they gave you. Instead, go directly to irs.gov and use the official IRS contact number listed there to verify whether the communication is real. You heard it absolutely right. The IRS has an official phone number. Use that, not the number a scammer gave you. Step 2. Report it immediately. If you believe you have been contacted by an IRS scammer, report it right away. You can report phone scams directly to the Treasury Inspector General at 1-800-366-4484. You can report fake emails by forwarding them to phishing@irs.gov. And you can file a full fraud report at reportfraud.ftc.gov. A number of Americans never report these scams because they feel embarrassed. But reporting saves the next victim. It could save someone's grandmother. It could save someone's entire life savings. Step 3. Protect your elderly family members right now. Do not wait. Call your parents. Call your grandparents. Call your elderly neighbors. Share this video with them today, because you need to understand that seniors are the #1 target of these criminals, and a simple 10-minute conversation could be the difference between them keeping their savings and losing everything they worked their entire lives to build. Step 4. Trust the process. If you genuinely owe taxes to the IRS, and many Americans do, the real IRS will always work with you. They will send you a written notice. They will give you time. They will offer payment plans. They will never threaten you. They will never humiliate you. They will never tell you to buy gift cards. The real IRS is a government agency, not a criminal operation, and you have rights as a taxpayer. Always remember that. Now, if you found this video helpful, and I genuinely believe you did, then I need a small favor from you. Write in the comments right now, I know the 10 red flags. Because if every person watching this video shares it with just one family member today, we can protect millions of Americans from losing a single dollar to these criminals. Please hit the like button. Please share this video. Because remember, if you do nothing, nothing will change. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer each and every one. Take care of yourself, and take care of each other.